You might need to replace the mouse. Hi, good afternoon.
Hi everyone. Welcome. Okay, so it's a Friday. You would never know, would you, what kind of day it is really. So we are almost ready. We've just got a few people just joining in now. I can see the numbers going up. Obviously Catherine's doing the workout. I'm just going to be shouting at her. And hopefully you will be able to understand exactly what's going on. I'm going to constantly give you the springs, okay? So just in case you didn't hear it the first time, I'll let you know, all right? So every minute I'll just reinforce teaching points and what springs we are on. We're going to go 2 reds to start with, 2 red springs. And we're going to make sure your Pilates ring is near you. If you don't have one, it's not the end of the world. You'll just mimic what we do with the ring. So we're going to start off with the feet on the bar, on the balls of your feet. And you're just going to do some marching. So just get those calves moving. If you're just joining us now, good afternoon. So we're on 2 red springs. And we're just doing a little bit of marching. This is stretching your calf muscles. Good. And you're breathing out as you press away. And the arms can be straight, fingers together. And obviously, most of you would have done our workout on Wednesday, so hopefully you've recovered and you're not feeling too sore. And maybe if any of you had fallen off the reformer, you've managed to put some ice on it and it's not feeling too bad today, Tash. I'm not mentioning any names. It wasn't my fault. What she was up to. Okay, so just pressing through the heels and squeezing the ring. Good. Now you're going to come in and put your heels on the bar and toes are pointing towards the ceiling, and you're going to bend the legs and then press away. You're just going to stay on those springs. So we're going to change the breathing around today. I want you to breathe in as you move away from the floor. Breathe in. Now in the corner of the screen, we have I hope she's alive. Drag the little face in. You might be able to see the little floaster. It's just a black mass, isn't she? All right, and then you're going to go onto one leg. So one leg in tabletop and press away through one heel. It's a family workout today. And now the ring can move down towards the chest and then up towards the ceiling. You're still keeping that breath going. Good. So breathing out as you come in, breathing in as you press away. And then swap legs. You're just going to try and think about the ribs being long, neutral spine, so there's a light space on your lower back, so heavy rib cage, heavy pelvis. So if you're just joining us, you can just see the numbers change. We're on 2 reds. And we've just got a little leg press going on, and we've got the ring in the hand. We'll be using the Pilates circle quite a bit today, but if you don't have one, it's not the end of the world. You'll just have your arms by your side, or you'll mimic the movement. Okay, so the heel is on, and you're pushing away from the foot bar. Great. Okay, so now you're going to come in, and the heels are together, toes are turned out, knees are wide, and then front legs. The same movement with your arms up towards the ceiling. And obviously this is going to challenge slightly different areas of your body. The inner thighs will be working a little bit. Good. The knees wide, little frog legs, so down towards the chest, and then up towards the ceiling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now today we're going to keep our right leg in that position and put the left leg in tabletop. So you're now going to push on one leg with the leg at this slightly turned out angle. And we're just going to press through one leg. Okay, and the ring is still doing the same thing. And it's moving down towards the chest and up towards the ceiling. And you're going to put a little light press on that ring at the top of that press and at the bottom when the ring is near the chest. Okay, and then come in and then swap legs. So then remember the other foot is turned out slightly and your heel is on. It comes down and up towards the ceiling. Good. And we've got 5 more. 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1, and then come all the way in, and then put the ring between the knees. Shuffle away from the shoulder rest 1 inch, and then put the feet above the knees. You're going to squeeze the ring just with the knees, and you're just going to challenge your inner thighs. You can't quite see Catherine's legs. I'm going to put the box down. A little bit, there you go. You can see the silhouette of the legs. So the legs are in tabletop. And then you're going to take the hands on the back of the head, and you're going to press the head into the hands. And you're going to come up for a chest lift, breathing out. The ribs are sliding towards the hips as you come up. So as you come down, you can see my gap here. The shoulder rest should fit in this gap on the way down. And then you breathe out as you come up. You're going to press the heads into the hands. So there's this little gap between the chin and the chest all the way through the move. So because of copyright things, you can't play music. Yes, Irene. Irene raised a hand. What's going on, Irene? You're still on the same springs, 2 reds, but you can put any questions. You can still type any questions in the chat, I think. Now, I've never seen the little box that says Irene raised a hand. What does that mean, Irene? You raised a hand. Have you perhaps just called on little waiter service and someone wants a little drink of water? You've got little people running around. But please ask me a question in the chat box if you've got any questions. Okay, hold up now. And then from there, a little pulsing, breathing out as you squeeze the ring. So there's a little pulsing with the knees. And then hold still. And then through your rib cage, through your chest up and down, which is actually what I meant to start with. But Catherine ignored that and went with the knees. So I went with what Catherine was doing. And then everyone has to do it. Everyone's going through. The pain now is because of what Catherine's up to. It's nothing to do with me. 4, 3, 2, 1, and come down slowly. Well done. Now keep hold of the ring with the knees. Come into a bridge position. So the feet are about that far apart. And then so are the knees. You've got a good squeeze up. And then you're going to roll down through your body. You can see Catherine's tailbone land softly, and then stand into the feet. And then the thigh bones reach that way on the way up. And then come down. So as she stands into the feet, the toes are heading over the foot bar, and the knees are going that way to your wall, whatever's in front of you over the foot bar. Okay, and then as she comes down, it's sort of bone by bone. You're feeling each sort of section of your spine drop carefully onto the reformer. So we're now working our glutes and hamstrings in this shoulder bridge. And if you want to make it even harder, you can take the hands away above your shoulders. Okay. Good, and then come down. Good, so this is our shoulder bridge. And you're keeping hold of that ring with the knees, therefore challenging the inner thighs a little bit more than your normal shoulder bridge. So you've got inner thighs, hamstrings, glutes all firing. Okay, now put your arms by your sides and hold at the top of the bridge. Now from here, we're going to walk the feet. So you're going to take one foot off and extend the leg without losing the ring and pinging off around the room and landing on a set of golf clubs. You're just going to try and keep the hips, knees level, and see if you can keep hold of the ring while you take one foot away. This is really difficult to do. So we're just going to do another 6 more. Do as many as you can. 6, 5, 4, breathing out. Reach 3, that nice straight line through the body, maintained. And 1 more. Good, and then come down through your body. Okay, so the ring can finally go down. We'll grab it later. I'm going to take the long loops and put them over your feet. Now to get in, the easiest way to do that is to press away from the footpath first with one foot, and then the other leg goes in the ring. Once you've got the foot in the ring, you can lasso the other foot. I want you to feel like your ribs and everything's on. We're on the same springs, we're not changing, still 2 legs. So the legs now are going to move up and down, tailbone stays down, light space in the lower back. So if Catherine just moves her left hand, I can feel this little gap here. And then put your hand back, and then the front of the ribs are soft though. So if you had to put your hands on the front of your rib cage and then sort of just pull them down, soften the front of the ribs. That's where you want to be. Okay, so now arms back by your sides and just think about the nice stretch. So hamstrings, back of the thighs working. And I want the tailbone to stay heavy on the carriage as you lift the legs up. So it stays heavy. And the legs stay straight. So you might not be able to come as high as that. You might be kind of your feet more in front of you in order for you to keep your bum and those hips heavy on the carriage. All right, or it might be better than that. And then from the top, you're going to go into leg circles. So you're going to take your feet apart and then around. Now, if you just breathe in on the way up, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good, in and out. In, out. Good. Five, 4, 3, breathing out all the way around, 2, and 1. Okay, and then legs at 45 degrees, and then frog legs. So heels together, toes turned out, and then press the legs away. So the knees are wide, the heels are glued together, and the feet are turned out like that, at that angle. And the tailbone stays heavy. And you're going to reach your feet heading over the footpath. So they're not down here, they're up here. Some people like to kick too high. That's usually a mistake that's made up here. It's too high. So you just sort of reach your legs at 45 degrees. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then feet together. Now, on these 2 legs, we're going to go into long spine today. So long spine is more of a core exercise. You need core control. If your headrests are up, they're going to need to be down. So you're going to feel like the hips come off the carriage, and you're using your arms a little bit, and you're sending your legs up towards the ceiling. And then from there, you'll roll back down through your body, back down onto the carriage. and then the legs come down about level with your foot bar. So from here, now the better you are at this, they don't go behind your head, the feet stay out in front of you, and then roll down. So if you want to make it easier, allow the legs to go over your head a little. You want to make it tougher, the feet stay in front of the head, maybe even above the hips is even harder. So if you want to go above the hips, see that, and then roll down under control. So you're not sort of slamming your bum down onto the carriage, you're controlling. Your legs over your head, come over to here. So the legs over here, over the head, this way is easier. And then you should be able to control it down a little bit better. If you want to make this tougher still, take your feet 2 inches apart at the top. So that just then makes things a bit more unstable during a roll down, challenging your core muscles even more. Good, so feet together and then legs up. And then feet apart if you want to, and then roll down. Good, we'll just do one more. Reach up, feet apart, roll down. Good, all right, so we're now just going to bend the legs, and then you're going to go heels together, toes turned out, let the rope drop on the inside of the knees. Keep the heels together, and then you're going to pull the ropes wide, but keep the heels together. Grab ropes and heels together, and it's just a little stretch. Your inner thighs, let the knees drop out. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so we're going to take the straps off, put them back, and then we're going to do some arm work, and you can go red, yellow, or red, blue. Red blue is harder, red yellow is easier. So red blue is harder, red yellow is easier. Take the short straps in your hands, legs on tabletop. So the arms now are going to move up and down, arms straight. Breathe in on the way up and breathe out on the way down. So obviously, I can't see you guys, but, Catherine does know what's coming up. She's getting the same information as you, so you should only be just behind Catherine on your spring changes and where you grab the loops and things. There's no background noise to get in the way of the instructions. Obviously, the faster your spring changes and your changes with the exercises, then the more that you're doing. But I understand a couple of you haven't done my classes before, so some of the names of exercises, you might not get them, so you might have to spend 5 seconds watching the first rep before it's clear what's going on. So I do plenty of reps. We're not going to do 4 reps and then change again, 4 reps, change again. I'm going to give you at least 10 reps of a move. Okay, then from here we're going to go up and around. You can keep your head down, or if you want to make this harder, as you send the arms around, you're going to lift your chest and head up and look at your knees. So your head is down here, and then you breathe out, you come up, you look at your knees. Or if you've got any kind of neck, shoulder issues, then you can just keep your head down on the carriage, and your headrest can even be up a couple of notches to make life a bit more comfortable. So we're going to breathe out. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And keep the arms in by your sides, head down, tricep press. So this is going to work the backs of the arms. The arms do this. And you're feeling like the little finger is traveling down to the side of the carriage, both little fingers. and the elbows don't move. If you want to make it tougher, again, your option here is to come up for a chest lift again. And even harder is to send legs straight as you come up and then back down. So the legs go into that sort of teaser position. Good, 6. Breathing out, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then rest the feet, and then shake the shoulders, and then put those long glutes on the pegs. Now we'll just stay on these springs for this, so no changing. Stand into your feet, lift the hips up and hold. And then from there, we're just going to do a hamstring curl. So you're going to press away from your feet and then come in. So we're going to do 8 more. So ready? Press away. 1, so the hips stay off. Press away. 2, arms are by your side. You're breathing out as you press away. 3, 4, nice straight line through your chest, hips and legs. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Come all the way in and then down through your body. Slowly, slowly, slowly down. Great. And then hug the knees into the chest. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Come down to the left side of your beds. Red spring or red yellow is harder. So 1 red or red yellow. If you've got a mat, you can put it down to the left side of your bed. If you've just got a little bit of, it's just a bit of grip. You might have a very soft carpet anyway, and you don't really need it. Grippy socks on your carpet will help just get a bit of grip. So scooter position. The left foot is going to be level with your foot bar, and the right leg is against the shoulder rest. Bend the left leg. So the hands are on the bar. Just give me a couple of scooters here. And if you're finding that easy, you can take your hands away, put them on your hips. Okay, so Catherine's left leg is bent and the right leg is kicking back. You can just see the right leg. Okay. So now if you want to make it tougher, the arms are going to do this running man arm action. Just makes it a little more coordinated. Brain's having to work a little bit harder to work out what it needs to do. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Hands on the hips. Now you're going to stand up tall on your left leg. So now this is going to challenge the muscle in the front of your right thigh. You're going to stand tall, then lean backwards. Okay, so, and now move the right leg. So it's the same kind of action with the right leg. And it's very difficult to stay tall and not cheat with that left leg. The left leg wants to bend and your body wants to lean forwards, but can you get tall? And this will challenge the muscle in the front of your right hip. So for 4 more, breathe out, press away. 3, burner, 2, and 1. And then in. Good stuff, shake the legs. All right, so you're just going to come onto your knees onto the carrot. So before we go to the other side, everyone come onto the knees. Remember what spring you are on for this. So now go down to a red. So if you were on red yellow, take the yellow off, 1 red. Body's nice and straight. Press away from your arms. This is our down stretch. So the body's in a lovely straight line through the chest and legs and thighs. And then you're going to bring it in. Arms are straight and strong. And then you're going to pull the chest through the arms as you come forwards. Chest through the arms into extension. Yes, the rib cage is doing that as you pull yourself through. 3, 2. Now, some of you guys have been doing this for a long time. You might find this really easy. So what you can do for the next 4 is lift your knees up, come into a plank position, but don't press away so hard. Not as far, because it's hard to keep your body in a nice straight line as you go away. Good. Breathing out as you go away. Good. 4. 3. Pressing away. 2. Pressing away. 1. Come in, drop onto your knees, and then pelvis back towards your heels. Into and stretch through your back, and then sit your bum onto your heels. Can you get your bum on your heels as you do this? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so you've got to now remember that spring that you're onto the scooter. So you might have been a red-yellow. You switch back to red-yellow. If you might just still be on the red, so there's no spring change. The first move is the scooter. So ready? Bend the left leg and send the right leg away. Breathing out. So you're breathing out as you press away. Okay, so if you want to make it tougher, remember you can take the hands away. So probably sure Nick is in this class today. If Tracy was on Wednesday, Nick's in. Hope your back is feeling a little bit better with all this good exercise. Just to be mindful of some of the tougher spring options, and just be you still, it's early stages of getting back into things, so you don't want to be pushing yourself to the limit on every move. If you're feeling it at all into your back, so you just stop and then just shake it off while we're still moving. Okay, so this is our scooter. This challenges the muscle in your right hip. All right, so now I'm going to put the hands on the hips, and it goes now from a right hip to left thigh, because you're going to stand tall on your right leg and lean back. And then your left leg is going to do the same thing in and out. So you're going to bend the leg and then press away. Bend the leg and then press away without moving the right leg. So breathe in and then breathe out, reach. So you feel, finding this is burning the left thigh. It's meant to be, that's where it's meant to be getting into. That hip is never, it really gets into this position. So we're just working on mobility and strength through that hip. It's a great exercise. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then in, shake the legs. Okay, so you're going to put the bar down flat, so it's just sort of level with your reformer. Watch your dog, you've got one under the bar, you don't decapitate the dog on the way down. Okay, and switch your spring to a yellow spring. Okay, this is where we grab the Pilates ring. Now, if you haven't done this before, then just be wary this is going to test your balance, okay? So if you'd rather not have the ring, because you'd rather your arms free, just in case anything happens, you can. If your balance is not great today, then go and grab a broomstick, okay? And your broomstick can be at the side of your reformer, like one of our Pilates poles for balance. When you stand on, you're going to stand on this part of your machine first, the platform, not the carriage. Okay, so that is the solid bit of your reformer. You're now carefully going to put your right foot sort of to the middle of the reformer, okay? And you can feel that that is already feeling kind of unstable, skinny. you're going to lift your back heel. Okay, so this is a lunge, just in a more unstable position than we did the other day. So you're going to bend the front leg as you drop in, and then bring it in slowly and carefully. So you will know after 1 or 2 reps, if you haven't done this before, whether you're happy about this. And you can go and grab a broomstick and put it by the side of the reformer for a lot of balance. Or you might want to push, or you could put the reformer really close to your wall so that you can grab the wall. Or you might have a sort of bed near you. A couple of you got, these are close to your beds, and you can just go and dive onto the bed if you can, if you feel like you're about to go. All right, so this is really challenging the front, the muscle in the front hip here, so the right side of your hip. If your right leg is forwards, it'll be right hip. Okay, so now you're going to hold your arms out in front of you, reach, okay, and keep reaching your arms, and now move your front leg in and out. So just ready, little sort of scooter on the front leg. The back leg doesn't move at all. Now, if Catherine's shaking like a leaf now, so I presume it's hard for everyone. 4, 3, now you can either go back in and rest and then come back into this position, or you can hold here and turn over the knee. So you're going to really small turn. So I'm going to give you a front view of this. It just does that, over the knee and then back in. 6, over the knee, not too far, 5. Now the hands and the chest and the head all rotate forward. So if you've got the right leg forward, you're turning right. 3, and then back in front of your chest. Breathe out, rotate. 2, and then back in here, and then breathe out, little rotation. 1, and then carefully, slowly bring everything back into the beginning, and then shake the legs.
Good work, everyone.
Well done. So, I presume that was hard by looking at her face. So now we're going to swap legs. The other leg is forwards. You're now probably feeling a lot more confident. You know how bad this is going to be. So we've got light tension on the rings, just we're really focusing on the legs. If you want to do something more with your arms, you've done a lot of this, a lot of performers. As you go out, you can raise your arms up. And as you come back in, the arms just drop. Now the back foot heel, it does want to cheat here. So the back heel, it wants to stay high over here. This heel here stays high all the time, which forces weight onto the front leg. So now challenging the muscle in the other hip. And it's really slow and smooth and controlled. Good. So we're talking about copyright and music. We haven't got any music on in the background because we can't. But if you guys want to put a bit of Metallica on in the background while you're doing this class, you are obviously welcome. If Iron Maiden. Well, some of you have got kids, but maybe your children could play their musical instruments to you while you're doing Pilates. Okay, from here, hold. Now, you can either hold there with your arms or bring it in or throw the ring down. This front leg does this little scooter action, forwards and back. The back leg doesn't move. Give me 3 more. Reach, 2 more. reach one more, hold. Now you can turn over the knee, or you can go back in, come in and have a little shake and shake it off, and then go out and do your little rotation. So I'm going to give you a front view of this. You're going to turn over your left knee and then back in, whichever leg is in front. If your left leg is in front, you're turning left. If your right leg is in front, you're turning right. And it's a small turn, and the hands and the chest and the head all rotate. Just 3 more, just to finish off. 3, breathe out as you rotate. 2, and 1, careful as you come in. Back leg shaking like a leaf. Ooh, well done. Okay. Okay, we're going to stay on that yellow spring and go into an easier move into side splits. So you're going to turn to the side. And if this is too crazy on your inner thighs, you'll know after 1 move, then you need to move to a blue spring instead of a yellow. Otherwise, we're going to stay on that yellow spring. The arms are going to go above your head and then in front of the chest. You're going to squeeze at the top and you're going to squeeze here in front of the chest. Good. Keep going, Tash. Now, if anyone's got any shoulder or neck issues and it's just you've been doing a lot of the ring work and it's all too much, you can just put the ring down and you can have hands on your hips and you're just focusing on your legs. So you're just thinking about the inner thighs working as you bring the carriage in. So now both feet are responsible for bringing that carriage in, not just the left foot or the right. The foot that's on the platform wants to take over, actually, it's the foot that's on the platform. So the foot that's on the carriage, can you use that as well? All right, so that's easy enough. Good. Bring it all the way in, turn around, face the other way. Now, a couple of you are very mobile and strong in this position, so you might want to move your foot a little bit closer to the shoulder rest if you're finding it too easy. And then the hands just reach above your head and then down in front of the chest, and you squeeze the ring there, and then you squeeze the ring at the top as you go. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then in. Good. Shake the legs. Well done. Okay, so we're just going to put the ring down now, and we're going to grab the long box and put it on lengthways. We call this a long box. The box sits in the middle of your reformer, but it touches the shoulder rest. So you will see an even space either side of the box. Okay, so we're going to stay on the yellow spring, which is the light spring. So if you did move it to a blue for that last move, then you need the yellow. You're now going to come to kneeling on the box, facing this way, away from your bar. And then you're going to do the same leg. We're all going to put the right foot down on the right edge of the box. And it's in front of your other knee. Now keep the knee back there. And the back foot is hanging off the back of the reformer. You're then going to reach down and grab the long loop of the right loop only. Okay, and then carefully, you're going to come up to kneeling. So you take your hands away. Put your right foot there. And then come up onto your knees. Okay, now this is really light. Okay, so the spring you've got is really light. Yeah, we'll do that to start with. Let's go almost onto the right knot. Onto the right loop, beyond the loop. And then just feel how unstable this is on one knee. So arms straight, pulling by your side. Is that hard enough? I think I've got a yes, that's hard enough.
It's just
foot doesn't have enough space, does it? If you've got massive, enormous Goliath-like feet, then there's not enough space for the foot. But if you've got dainty little feet, you should fit on the reformer. Okay. And now you're going to put your right hand into the long loop. Careful as you move. Now, can you do a single arm wide pull with that right arm out to the side? How's that? Just for 4. If that's too hard, just do a single arm row. 3, so you're all those muscles in the back of the shoulder working, the core's having to work to stabilize what's going on. And one more, it's like a wide pull out there. Good. And now hold the front of the box with both hands. So you come down and then put both knees up. Okay, now we're going to go into a bit of tricep work. So you're going to grab beyond the loop again. So you can see Catherine's on all fours, the knees are under the hips, neutral spine, and this right arm is going to tuck in to the side, and then she's going to kick the little finger is going to head back to the foot bar behind you. So if you're feeling really strong and super macho today, everything's just switched on, everything's finally kicked in. You ate well, you haven't drunk for days. Maybe the opposite leg goes behind you straight. Oh, how are we thinking?
Oh, I've been drinking.
So yeah, so we're going to try and cut down from 2 bottles of wine a night.
You're on your own, guys.
You're on your own on that one. Okay, so just the back of the arm only. So you're hitting the back of the arm. That will try some work. 2 and 1. Good. Okay, so put that loop back. And then just a little cat-cow stretch. So arch your back, head down. So see that rounded spine position. And let go. Again. Okay, and then you're going to put the other foot down. So left foot down by your side. Okay, now if you don't, actually I could have said this earlier, but if you don't have enough room for your foot, you're feeling it's unstable, all you do, if you step down for me, is you just move the box slightly over to the side so that you've got room for your enormous foot. Okay. So careful as you grab that, because as soon as you start pulling, the body wants to sort of fall forwards. And we're nice and tall, which means the foot, your core, and your arm are all working together as you pull. If you pull too quickly, well, you probably can't hear me right now because your face is buried into your carpet in front of the reformer. I hope you're okay. So this is a straight arm move. Your core is controlling what's going on with your arm. And you might feel it, your tricep kick in there. So there's a few moves for your arm here. All right, so, and the muscle deep in your shoulders working. Okay, now we're going to go into that single arm wide lap pull. Okay, so you go grab the long loop, because if you hold the knot, it's too hard. So I'm giving you a front view of this. The arm goes out there. The arm is bent and soft. It's not locked, and it's a pull out to the side. You can see how my hand is no higher than my shoulder. So between my belly button and my shoulder, my hand. We only did 4, so just give me 2 more. Good. 1 more. And then carefully reach down, grab your box with both hands. And then from there, we're going to go into a little tricep press. As the dog sounds like she's being murdered, she's having a bit of a dream. Both knees are on the box. What's wrong, little Flo? It's okay. Everything's okay. Okay, so this is a little elbow tucked in, and if you grip beyond the loop, so your hand is near and your elbow, and your little finger is moving towards a foot bar behind you. For those supermen, superwomen, then you've got the opposite leg behind you, straight and still as you move the arm. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Well done. Put that back. Step down carefully and change your spring to 1 blue spring. Okay, so we're going to a little bit of core work now. You're going to come and sit on the box with your feet on the headrest. I want you to shift your weight forward so it's on this end of the box. You're then going to get your right long loop. So remember, we're on 1 blue spring, just in case you missed that. The right long loop is going to thread over your foot and over your thigh like you're putting on a big welly. Okay? Right, so just 1 only. I know we usually do this on 2, those who come to my classes, but we're going 1 today. Ooh, different. And then you're going to lie on your back and hold your head as soon as you do so with both legs in tabletop. Okay, so now just move your right knee only in and out. So you can see this is hooked over the knee and the leg's not going to go in straight, it's just a little move. The other leg stays where it is. So this is going to work lower core and it's hard to hold. If you need a break, you're going to grab both knees and just bring your nose between your knees and have a break, because this is really going to challenge your core muscles. If you're wondering why it's hurting already, it's hard. We're not going to do many reps here. So finish off this move. As the knee comes in, you're going to rotate your shoulder towards your knee. Okay, so I'm just going to go 6. That's it. Actually, that's a brilliant position from the side. 5. See that clearly. 4. The other leg just stays where it is. 3. 2. And 1. Good. And that's enough. So you can then take off the loop. So you just let it fall on the floor or hook it on the strap. And you come and sit up. So it's quite hard to get into position. It's not, it's not an easy move to get set up. So throw the other leg. So see how the foot goes through the loop and then sits on the knee. And then as soon as you're on your back, it hooks over the top of that knee, or just, just here on the thigh. All right. And then you're just going to come up and then hold that position as you move the other leg in and out. 5, 4, breathe out as the knee comes in. 3, 2, and 1, and then you're ready. We're going to rotate to that opposite knee. 6, and in. 5, 4, 3, good rotation. 2, last one. 1, and well done. Good. Take it off the knee. Or sit up. And then grab both loops. Okay, and a little bit more core work. I want you to go into your rollback, which we did on Wednesday. So you're going to hold the knot section of your ropes. You're going to go over hand grip, and then arms are out in front of you. And then tuck the tailbone under, scoop, and roll onto your back. Keep the tailbone tucked under, even on the way up, and then sit nice and tall. So breathe out, roll off the tailbone. You can look at the ceiling here, but do not look behind you. And then you're looking forwards and then come out. Now, if you want to make this harder, go and grab the ends of the long loops and almost fingertip touch. They're hardly helping at all. So you're not getting the help from the long loops. Yeah, just like almost thumb and forefinger there. Good. Breathing out. But if you need it a little bit of support, then grab just beyond the loops onto the knot. Good. One more. Great. Now cross the straps over. Hold the short straps in your hands. And then from there, you're going to pull wide. So similar to that single arm wide pull we did earlier, but this is easier. Easy for you to sit tall and hold that position. It's more stable. Okay. So the body wants to cheat, wants to lean back. You've got to stay still. And also, by throwing your arms is too easy as well. So it's the same pace back and the same pace forwards, and you're pulling wide. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and then uncross them, and then bicep curl with your legs, one in tabletop, one down, so lean back, stay on it, scoot. And then from there, hands to shoulders, the elbows stay at the same height. So you're going to breathe out, 6, so staying scooped, 5, 4, after this 3, we're going to come up and then swap legs. 2, 1, and then up you come. So sit tall, have a little shake off, and then scoop, roll back, leg up, and there we go. 6, 5, 4, 3, it's a hard life, isn't it, Flo? 2, and 1, well done. Come and sit up and roll the shoulders. Good, well done. Okay, so you're going to put that loop back. Step back that side. And then we're going to take the box off, and then you're going to pull your bar up. Just showing everyone her belly. That's where she is. We're going to stay on the blue spring, and then you're going to come to kneeling on your bed. Hands on the bar. Okay, so just going to do a few stretches off. Well done today, guys. Good stuff. Hope you stayed with me on that. So we're staying on the same blue spring. Right leg forwards. And then press away and straight the right leg. So there wasn't too many spring changes. I don't really make too many spring changes in my classes anyway, just to keep the flow. And then feeling a stretch on the back of the right leg, chest down. If you want to make it a little bit tougher, that back knee can slide out a little. Now breathe into your belly, and then breathe out. You're going to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let's do this. Oh, life is hard, isn't it, Flo? So hard. Okay, bend the front leg and then pick up your back foot. And then press the foot into your hand and push the front of your hip forwards. What's that? Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then you're going to swap legs. Good, so you're stretching the back of the thigh. Let's see her little face. Actually, it's too dark, isn't she? She is kind of half dead. And then feel a stretch on the back of the thigh. Okay, breathing, relaxing, stretching into it. Okay, and then bend the front leg, come in, front knees over your heel, pick up the back foot. And if you can't get your back foot and it's too much in this position, you can step down and stand on one leg and pick up the back foot and stretch your quad from there. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you're going to come and stand in front of your bar and walk round. And then we're going to do a roll down, feet together. So stand in front of your bar. And then we're going to stretch the backs of our thighs and our backs. So you're going to dive over the bar, the hands go over the bar. You hold the carriage. Take a breath in and breathe out. Press the arms away. And then you're going to do a little scoop to bring it in. So you're rounding your body, pulling the tummy in. And then reach your arms away. Reach. And then scoop. Come all the way in. Good, and then stand into your feet, roll all the way up, and then if you turn to face the camera, arms up, and then from there, side bend one way, so feel a nice stretch on your, through that side, press the opposite foot into the floor, and then come in, and then side bend the other way, and press the opposite foot into the floor, and then come back in, and then shake the shoulders, shake the arms. Well done, guys. Good work. Thank you very much. That's it. Okay, so we'll see you again on Sunday. Thank you for joining us, those who are live. And obviously, this will be, you'll be able to see this. You'll be able to see this on YouTube. We'll put it there for people to view for free. So if anyone missed it today, they can play it again later, or even Saturday, or you could do this workout again on Saturday. All right, so if you want to leave any comments, then you can. We've got the chat box up. Thank you Anne, thank you Irene. Tash is in. Thanks Tash. Hello to Flo, she says hello as well. She's in a particularly soppy mood. Well done, Hattie, thank you. No one fell off the reformer then, everyone's safe. Yes, we'll see you Sunday for another live workout. And hopefully this worked all okay today so that it can be as easy to download and then for you guys to play back whenever you want. All right, take care, guys. Be safe.